Hi guys, I had to come back on here. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I wanted to share what happened today at the yoga brunch. The yoga brunch actually turned out to be a powerful women's circle. It was very intimate, and incidentally, the 3 ladies that showed up, normally we have 10, sometimes 12, which is a struggle to fit in. The women that showed up knew each other very well. It was like a present, a gift for a birthday. But it actually reminded me of my classes in London on a Sunday at Hardcore, because every Sunday before going to class I would do a meditation prayer and ask for guidance to tap into the energies that people needed to feel. And normally I would look at the moon and look at at what was going on planetarily, and just really have these downloads and just share it. And I really just felt very connected, which I actually lost when we moved to Portugal, and I disconnected from everything, and I was going through a hard time for a very long time, so I think it's a normal reaction. Today I didn't actually prepare what I was going to do. I didn't necessarily think about what I was going to do. Before leaving my office to go to Porto, I thought I'm gonna text everybody to bring a journal, and I really think we need to bring a journal. And I actually forgot my deck of cards because I wanted to bring inspirational cards, maybe even moonology, because I thought, okay, let me just see the moon and what's going on. Completely forgot to bring them, and I thought, okay, too late, never mind, it wasn't meant to be. Well, lo and behold, we get there, one of the ladies brings a deck of cards as a present for the other lady. It was her birthday, and I was like, wow, this is exactly what we are meant to be doing here. And we consecrated the cards, and we did practice, and I just got this download to really be all about heart opening. I had thought, again, because we are in the season of portals, to do hip openers again. Whenever I have women only in the class, that always comes to me because we are so tight in our hips. It's just like unbelievable. But today the message was heart. Okay, fine, heart. We did a heart opening practice as they were lying down at the beginning of practice, and I was sharing with them some words of inspiration for setting sankalpa, setting intention. I had these words, oh my god, nuggets of wisdom just flowing through me. Like I was getting a download. They were not my words. I honestly don't even remember what I said. It was like I was in a trance and I was just channeling messages. It was such a powerful experience that I hadn't felt in such a long time. But I was like, this morning I was like, oh my god, I'm so upset that I only have 3 people. It's like, what is even the point? Like driving to Porto is so expensive. I'm basically just covering costs. It's not even worth it. And then I was like, why are you thinking this? It's like the dark forces didn't want me to be positive. And then I thought, no, it doesn't matter. If there's one person and that person needs what I'm doing, that's a good thing to do. So, plus the food is amazing at Gao. Why are you complaining? I'm like, yeah, snap out of it. So I got there, and as soon as I got there, I just knew the energy was amazing. And my friend, I call them friends anyway, they're all friends, but she actually is a friend. Maria Joao arrived, and I just knew we were connected in something that was happening in our lives. I haven't talked to her in months because she's been super busy, I've been super busy, and yet we had this she arrived, and I just knew we were like connecting on this level. So I'm like, okay. And I said something and she confirmed it, and then it was just a beautiful conversation. But I got this download as I was talking to her. You are exactly where you're meant to be, with the exact number and quality of people you're meant to be with right now. Mic drop, honestly, from the universe. I was just, thank you, God. I get it. Thank you for the message. the Holy Spirit was just there. It was this feminine, powerful feminine energy. And I actually felt it yesterday as well in the morning. I even didn't record the practice because it was this, my practice was so juicy and so aligned and so yummy that I just didn't even consider recording it for a post because I don't know, it was just it was amazing. Okay, so I think it's been these couple of days where like this feminine energy has been so strong flowing through me, but actually even the conversations that we had today, so there's so much healing that we were doing and sitting there, the journaling, the cards, but confirmation. I've been going through a lot of emotional, not roller coasters because actually it's been quite stable, but a lot of emotional death and rebirth and a lot of stuff that I just feel it was coming to the top, right? Not in a horrible way, but definitely in a way that is uncomfortable at times. And it's not just me. Every single thing I felt has been felt by the people in that room, and it's just amazing. To different levels, to different, in different conditions, in different situations, but definitely we all connected very similarly. And I honestly was speechless. So I truly enjoyed today's yoga brunch. It was revelationary, and it was honestly exactly the right amount of people, the right quality of people at the right time, exactly what they're meant to be. And this is why I know that God is such a powerful architect, that everything in our life is structured on this grid, that numerologically everything makes sense, everything is connected, whether we see the patterns or not, whether we see the numbers or not. And it makes me quite sad that sometimes we are so unhinged from nature, from the signs that we get, from the communications that we get, everything. But something else came up today. We were talking about it, and I said, I keep on getting this message that my role here is to really help people heal in different levels, and I do this with the knowledge, with the educational part of, straightforward things like nutrition, well, straightforward in brackets, of course, but tangible, and then the spiritual side of things. And one thing that always comes to me is that living in a world where even feminism is basically the toxic femininity that is fighting toxic masculinity, I don't understand how people that want to be so elevated don't sit back and think, I don't want to fight the system with the same methods that the system fought natural law. Really, as simple as that. And one of the things that the system has done is suppress femininity, suppress positive masculinity, which comes with strength and softness, which comes with humbleness and pride, in the sense of being proud of what you accomplish, but not being attached to that thing that you accomplish. Still having that humbleness to say, it's a gift I have, and I'm so glad that I'm so connected that I can actually receive this and share it. It's not like I'm the best or whatever. It's actually us acknowledging how brilliant we are in certain things, but that we are really gifted with that, and we should never take it for granted. Also, because the moment our pride and ego take over and we distort or lose that connection to source, that is where, it's only the very narcissistic feelings remain. So of course society has been all about unbalancing everything, and so there is you're not connected, you don't feel, it's not straightforward, it's not something you can, it's not a power, you don't feel powerful in a good way. You feel like you have to fight to gain power, which is different. And they were talking about politics, which I understand very little about these days, especially when it comes to Portugal. But not that I understand, I'm not interested, because once I understood how the system works everywhere, I just realized that unfortunately human nature taints everything when there is unconsciousness. And I haven't met anyone that goes into politics that is conscious right now, at least at that level, which is very sad, because the system needs to break in order to change. But of course they will fight with teeth and nails to keep the system going, and people unfortunately are so afraid of change that they will fight for that, even if they are supporting people that are completely a disaster and create disasters. So I was saying to them, it's like this feminine movement is so toxic. It strips people of their, especially women, strips people of their femininity, and it just pushes more toxic masculinity under the guise of femininity. Meaning, feminine is soft, is kind, is forgiving, is flexible, is open. Masculinity, when the extreme of masculinity is oppressive, is stagnant, is rigid, is controlling, is violent. And masculinity needs to be towards the middle when it meets with the femininity, so where control is not control, is actually leadership. Power is not power, is guidance. Like it becomes a softer version of everything, which means the results are gonna be less extreme, right? And this is where I think a lot of us get lost when we are not really tapping into the right energies. So even the feminine reaction it comes from anger, which is a very masculine, of balance masculine feeling. And then with their anger comes the fight. And so we forget that in order to make shifts and make changes, the softness is important. Now, again, because we have classified softness as weakness, like if you're soft, you're not strong, which is not true. You can be soft and you can be a rock. I personally found out that the more I tap into my feminine, and I love it when I meet a friend that I don't see often because she's very busy. When she sees me, she's like, every time I see you, you're like this feminine power, but like so calm and grounded, and you shine and you glow. And I'm like, thank you. You know, I feel that way. I feel it. And when I have people in my life who are close to me that are afraid of my transformations and change, gaslight me because of this, I have actually realized that I don't even care. Like, it just brushes off me because I know truth now. I know the truth about myself. I'm like, you know, God has always been guiding me to find my power, and I never honored that guidance, those messages. And I don't say I get it always right. I don't think anybody always gets it right, and we are not perfect. And I don't think we're meant to be perfect, because otherwise we stop growing. But it's amazing how the moment I actually accept this growth, the moment I accept the power that I feel pouring through me, the moment I acknowledge who I am, who I'm meant to be, and how I'm working towards it, I really do feel amazing. And when it comes to fighting societal misconceptions and the wrongdoing of thousands of years of wrongdoing on women and nature and animals, I approach it with anything but anger and aggression, only because I truly feel that kindness kills people, if you actually think about it. Because a person that is belligerent and wants to fight so they can prove that they're right, if you are not fighting back, they can't fight with you. I just had a drop. The card I dropped today, I draw today. Oh my god, I've drawn. Yeah, shit! I can't believe it. I didn't see it before. The card that I've drawn today, it was about nature, and it was a combination of nature. But anyway, it was the possum, you guys. Okay, Ice Age, and it said, the possum is shy and also kind of smart. But if there is a confrontation, what he does, he pretends to be dead. And I realized, shit, my first reaction to things is when in confrontation, I'm like, I'm out of here. I don't like confrontations. I don't want to be belligerent. I'm just like, I'm gonna play dead. But actually, I mean, it wasn't obvious. I'm not obviously literally, but I was like, oh my gosh, I just realized that's exactly what that card was saying. It's like, the more I get into my feminine, the more I am gonna play dead when someone is belligerent or wants to fight or prove a point, because I'm just like, no, I'm not getting into this. If I pretend to be dead, you can't be fighting yourself. So wow, okay, amazing. And so, but in any case, that was the whole thing. Like, when you are in front of somebody that wants to prove a point, when you are in your feminine, you're just gonna stop fighting it. Like, who cares if they don't see it? Who cares if they don't understand? Who cares if they judge you and gaslight you? Who cares? At the end of the day, the truth is, you're gonna make a choice for you, only for you. And that person or people will have a judgment over who you are, how you act, and so on, and you cannot change that, and it doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay, because it's meant to be that way. And one day maybe they'll get it, and one day things may change. But right now, you have to make a choice for you, for your femininity to blossom through. And I'm sorry, boys, I'm talking to the ladies, because this is something that we as women are going through. This is the season where the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, is pouring through. And if you are religious and you learn that the Spirit is a masculine energy, go back to school. It's a feminine energy. It's mother, it's Mama Earth, it's Pachamama, is Gaia, is creation. And so femininity, whether you like it or not, period, point blank, you can actually go and start. This is actually in scriptures too. The Bible has been so tampered with that unfortunately most people only read that if even, and they don't even get it right. But you can see it, and even in there sometimes they left it wrongly, and they didn't change it, and so but people don't even notice. It's so funny. But in any case, a couple of years ago I was pointing out all this. I still have it on my page on Instagram. Good luck finding it, just because there is so much on it. But I don't even want to do that anymore. I'm just like, I know it's there. I've studied it. I don't have to prove it to you, because ultimately I did my homework and learned it, and I'm going on my path. And if you want to know more, the job is on you to do your homework. It's not on me to teach you. This is not my area of expertise. Want to learn about nutrition? Happy to teach. Spirituality, scriptures and stuff, I did it for myself. I didn't do it to become a spiritual leader. I want to be inspirational. I want to be supportive. I want to be a beacon of expansion for the people that need it, like a launch pad. But I'm certainly not diving into these things, especially because that would be time consuming, and God knows I very much had very little time as it is. So it's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. So anyway, I wanted to share this with you. So if you feel like you want to fight for your rights, ladies, we have to, but tap into soft femininity rather than fighting don't fight the toxic masculinity, because that brings out toxic femininity, which is basically tipping over to toxic masculinity. And then we lose that femininity, we lose that softness, we lose that kindness, forgiveness, amplifying. We amplifiers. We are portals of life, like literally and figuratively. We bring life into this planet through our sacrum, and we are equally as powerful in bringing an energy into this planet that can soothe and heal. This is so not understood. If the system, if people stop thinking about this as woo-woo stuff, but actually really tapping into truth and natural law. I keep on buying just natural law. oh my gosh, we would be in such a better place. I remember saying to somebody, I find it funny when it comes to natural law is effortlessly just. It's all about justice without having to actually even think about it. It's just the right thing. And when it comes to the laws that we have in countries, they're not always just, right? Justice and law not always walk the same path. I always saw that, and I just find it amazing. If we went back to natural law is authentically, automatically just. Can you imagine? Anyway, that was my thought today. I want to share with you what a powerful event. I am so grateful. Honestly, I cannot wait for April and May. April is going to be the 27th, May is going to be the 25th, so end of the month. And just, they're going to be amazing events, especially because Gao keeps on growing in a way that is beautiful. It allows space to be held. It's amazing. And also, I'm actually talking to MJ about hosting an event for women, so I will keep you posted if you are in Porto and Braga and you want to join, because quite honestly, I feel, this is the time. It's the time to bring through. I mean, we kept on saying the Kundalini is rising. So have a great day. Ciao.